Hi guys, my name is Matt, and this is my van. I bought this van in August of 2021 in hopes of converting it into a fully functioning video production and podcasting studio in order to continue my travels around the world as a traveling YouTuber. You see, since 2014, I have been on a bit of a mission. I'm trying to circumnavigate the entire world, and I was doing so from China all the way to the United States, starting in about 2014. I was doing it on the seat of a three-wheeled recumbent trike, and I had already cycled through most of Southeast Asia. Along the way, I was also accomplishing adventurous goals, bucket list items. I was part of a Mount Everest expedition in 2016. I explored the largest cave in the world in the jungles of Vietnam, and I even ran a marathon in Pyongyang, North Korea, which was pretty wild. All of this stuff I chronicled on my lifestyle travel vlogging channel on YouTube called The Gio Nation, as well as other social media in Asia. I had cycled through China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, and then I got to Malaysia and COVID hit. And I got stranded in Malaysia and I couldn't really continue my cycling journey. But I didn't want to stop, I wanted to continue my journey. So I moved back to China and spent the first 2 years of COVID living there and traveling around China. But I still had the travel bug to travel around the whole world, so I decided to try something new. This is my something new. It's a Ford Transit 350 HD with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, dualies in the back, and a beefed up tow suspension package. When I bought it, it had 25,000 miles on it, and it was pretty much bare bones. It was a cargo van. The previous owner had a VANLIFE system that he kind of like just worked in, but I took it all out and I've started from scratch. And it's been a learning experience ever since. Now, I had never built a van before, so this was all new to me. Where did I go first? As a YouTuber, I went to YouTube. I started watching videos from different people building different vans and trying to learn from the mistakes that I had seen them making in their videos, and also learn from some of the successes that they had talked about in their videos. I tried to take a real pragmatic approach to building my van. And so I started by doing my research and traveling to the different venues around the United States and North America, talking to different people with different vans, looking at different vendors, talking about different products. And what I did is I developed a list of the best components that I could work into the build of my van. For example, the roof rack up on top is built by a company called BACKWOODS Adventure Mods. I went to Arkansas and had them help me to build it in. Along the way, learned a little bit about BACKWOODS Adventure Mods, which is a super cool company. It made the experience that much more interesting. After that, I went to the company in Houston called Wilson Amplifiers and got my WeBoost antenna. Along the way also, I went and got LizardSkin from the company that manufactures LizardSkin, the sound deadener and thermal barrier spray coating that's in the whole of the entirety of the inside of the van. It's got an interior kit from Adventure Wagon that is designed for this van, and in particular. Even the fabric here is from a company called PERFECTFIT in Oregon. I traveled all around picking up some of the best components I could find and working them into the build. A lot of the stuff you can see here, but there's a lot of stuff you can't see. As a matter of fact, you can see the interior of the van isn't even finished yet. You'll see it on the channel as it progresses along. What you can't see is a hydronic heated floor system, or a 48-volt air conditioning system from Cruise and Comfort, or a refrigerator from Dometic, and a whole number of interesting components that are worked into the van. One of the most interesting and inspiring things that I learned as I traveled around Southeast Asia on my cycle tour was that there was a whole group of people who were in turn traveling around the world in their own special way. Some were walking, some were cycling, some were driving, some were doing something completely different and totally off the spectrum. And they were doing it for themselves. They were trying to live a fantastic and fulfilling life for themselves, which is great. But they weren't sharing it with the world, which I always thought was a little bit sad. So when I met these people, I would share their story through my YouTube channel and oftentimes inspire the people that were subscribed to my channels in Asia or here on YouTube on my travel channel. And I felt like I provided a voice to some people who
weren't interested in being a voice. And in doing so, I was inspiring a lot of other people. The problem was that riding a three-wheeled recumbent trike only gave me so many options. Venues, equipment, sound quality, all of this stuff was sort of up in the air. And so when I started my van project, the idea was to create the most sophisticated, interesting, comfortable, welcoming studio on wheels so that I could share their stories in a more professional and interesting environment. And then once I'm finished, move on to the next place and find some other person with some other story and share that as well. The stories that we don't often hear so much about. So that's my mission. Get the van finished, get it looking sleek and sexy and comfortable, start up at the top of Alaska and start weaving my way down, finding those interesting stories along the way. And I'm not planning on ditching the cycling aspect of things, especially on my three-wheeled recumbent trike. I just built a new one in the Czech Republic, and I'm gonna build a rack onto the back of the van so that we can go around and see the most interesting places, along with finding the most interesting people with the most interesting stories. So we'll get the nature aspect, the van life aspect, the inspiration from people aspect, and mush them all together right here on the Van Life channel. When I started building out this van, I started learning that van life was way more than just the van. It's the lifestyle and the community behind it. Van life people are extremely cool, a really eclectic, interesting group of people. And I want this channel to be emblematic of that. So I want the comment section to be something that we all share together. If you have any thoughts, maybe you like something I'm doing in the van, why don't you tell me about it? Something in the van you're going to incorporate into your own build. It prompts you to have some sort of inspiration. Please share that in the comment section. And by all means, if you think I'm doing something wrong, please share it in the comment section. Those are often the most important things to learn from, the criticisms. Now, I've done a lot to this van and I have a lot more to do to it. So if you guys know anybody that are building a van, you think that they might be helped by watching my progress, please turn them onto the channel. If you yourself are interested, please like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff. And let's grow together from nothing, because that's kind of where I'm starting from scratch again. It's kind of wild because I actually have social media in Asia. I've got like 1.5 million subscribers on different platforms over there that I've grown over 10 years. And I've got 120,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. But I wanted to start fresh again and use this van as a vehicle for doing it, literally and figuratively. I'm a little bit nervous. Why don't you be the first on board to the Van Life channel, and we can grow together. It's gonna be kind of fun. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot, Jayo, and welcome to the Van Life.